All right, so today is Monday, August 17th, 2026. Today is my first day for my job at Starbucks, and I'm headed toward that workplace. Kind of nervous, at the same time kind of regretting getting that second job, because I usually wake up at around 2 p.m. But because of this second job, I have to wake up much earlier now. For example, tomorrow my work is at 6 a.m., which means that I have to wake up at around 4 to prep, take a shower, get ready, pack my lunch, to get to work on time at 6 a.m. So much earlier wake up times moving forward. Kind of having second thoughts, because I'm not used to waking up super early. I don't know, but hey, I'm trying it out, seeing where things go. If I end up liking it, great. If I can't handle it, then I just won't do it. Yeah. Also, happy birthday, Mummy. August 17th, 61st birthday of my mother. Happy birthday, Mom. I told her that in person too, so don't worry. I'm not just doing it for the video. I greeted her as well, and tomorrow we're gonna go shopping. So even though I'm working today, we'll get to celebrate somewhat in the following days. Something that I forgot to mention during my video yesterday was a show that I've been really liking so far. I recently started watching an anime called Welcome to the NHK, Nihon Hikikomori Kyokai. And I fucking love it. I love it because I relate with the protagonist so much. He's a shut-in, introverted, paranoid, delusional, frightened protagonist. And he's bad with girls. And he has this addiction to pornography too. Much of how he carries himself on a daily basis is similar to how I've carried myself for such a long time. And I relate to him so much, because even today, even though I'm going to work, I have 2 jobs, it's still a struggle for me to wake up in the morning and look forward to each day. And I still get super anxious all the time. Like I said in my previous videos, I feel inadequate. And that's a central part of his character. doesn't feel that people see him favorably. In fact, he thinks that a lot of people are out there just making fun of him behind his back. So it cripples him into staying indoors. And it's a challenge for him to put himself out there. And yeah, like I said, he's delusional too, because delusional, paranoid, like he thinks that there's an organization out there conspiring to work against him, to turn him into a hikikomori forever. And he's terrified of them. At the same time, he's lucky enough to have this girl take an interest with him, and this girl basically wants to help him out, wants to turn him into someone who isn't a hikikomori. Which I don't relate with, because I don't have someone like that. I don't have a girl interested in me. But it introduces such an interesting dynamic in the show, and it makes me jealous of him, because that's something that I want. I want someone who consciously chooses to be with me, to help me out, and to make me realize that I'm not a worthless piece of shit. I want someone like that in my life. But yeah, it's just a show that I really have learned to love. It's very good. The only problem is that it's 24 episodes long, and I'm already in episode 12, which means that the more that I watch it, the more quickly I run out of episodes to watch. In other words, it's gonna be over soon, which is why I'm torn between wanting to watch it and not wanting to watch it, because I don't want it to be over, but I want to see where things go next. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I forgot to do so during my previous video. But yeah, for now, I'm gonna go to work. See how things go. Take my time, pace myself, and then today I don't know whether I even have the time to watch a couple episodes from that show, because tomorrow I have to wake up super early. But for today, I'll just go to work and see where it takes me. All right. All right. Today is Thursday, August 20th, and some things have happened. I got through my third day of working at Starbucks. Hooray! I survived so far. And basically I found out that it's such a hectic job. It's a very busy job. It's not like an office job at all. You don't get to sit down. You're standing up, you're emptying garbage cans, you're refilling fridges with milk, you're making drinks, you're dealing with customers, and this is, for most of you, an obvious thing to expect. But when you're actually working it, it's hella exhausting. It's tiring. Whenever I'm there, I just want to sit down. I want to sit down and put my feet up because the work itself is just exhausting. I honestly don't know whether I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep that job. On the other hand, at the dollar store, things are going well. I'm getting used to the routine now. But I had recently found out, or someone told me at work at the dollar store, that one of my coworkers was planning on leaving by this Christmas. And I was like, my initial reaction was really, oh wow. I had just started and these guys were already moving on from this particular role. I felt jealous. I felt as if people were leaving me behind and moving on to better places without me. However, I took some time and, brought it up to that particular coworker and verified whether the story is true. And it turns out it isn't. They're not leaving anytime soon, which kind of gave me a sense of relief. But at the same time, I really did feel bad for being jealous in the first place. I mean, shouldn't I be wishing the best for my coworkers and friends? Shouldn't I be happy that people are moving on to better places in life? And shouldn't I strive to reach the same heights as them? But I don't know. I couldn't help it. That I just felt a sense of jealousy when I heard that they were leaving the dollar store. I wanted them to stay because I wasn't leaving at all. I was there to work the job for a considerable amount of time. But yeah. So yeah, this is where I am right now. I just feel the Starbucks job is very hard, very tiring, very hectic. There's a lot of pressure to perform well and to perform efficiently. You need to be able to handle the stress, and you need to be all right with the stress. You need to be able to move while you're stressed. And I don't know whether I can handle it. I don't know whether I want to. There you go. Well, another news. I made a video regarding this opportunity that I kept being vague about, because I did not want to hurt my prospects. and disclose any private information before I had even gotten the job. And I'm still keeping that measure intact. However, I did get an update from that particular opportunity. After months and months of waiting, and I had applied to this particular position since April 2025. So it's actually been over a year before I heard an update from them. The first update was around January, where they asked me to fill out a survey if I was still interested in their opportunity, and that's what I did. I filled out their survey, but after months, I didn't hear anything from them until a couple days ago. I got an email asking me whether I'm still interested in the position and if I would like to be interviewed for it. And to this, I said yes, I'm very much interested, and I would like to take an opportunity to be interviewed by them. Now, the thing is, I'm going back to school in January. I'm scheduled for January for school. And I don't know, and the thing is, I'm working 2 part-time jobs right now, and I don't know whether taking this particular opportunity, should it pan out, whether taking this opportunity means I'd have to give up both my part-time jobs and nursing school. The position that I'm talking about is a contract position. The problem is, I don't know for how long it's supposed to be. They have not determined the length of the position yet. So there's an uncertainty there. However, from research regarding this particular role, contract positions tend to be 3 months long. So if it turns out to be 3 months long and it starts around September, that gives me time to do the job and finish it before nursing school even starts. And I'd be able to put it down in my resume as part of my experience. And it's a really good experience. The problem is, I cannot juggle 3 part-time jobs. If I'm going to take this particular contract position, I will have to give up at least one of my part-time jobs. And most likely it will have to be Starbucks, just because Starbucks is the most hectic of the 2 that I currently have. The other thing that I have to do is adjust my availability with Dollarama yet again, because the opportunity is most likely going to have to take place. No, they're demanding evenings and afternoons for this particular job, and that's my current availability for the dollar store. So I'm gonna have to change that so that I'll be working a mix of mornings, evenings, and afternoons, and I can share that particular type of availability with this new position. So a lot of uncertainty right now, and I don't know what's gonna happen. My interview is this coming Wednesday.
and I don't know what to expect. I'm gonna prep for the questions. I'm gonna brush up on my experiences and, determine what stories I can tell that would present me in a favorable way, presentable way. And I'm going to use that interview as an opportunity to ask as much questions as possible regarding the position. But yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me. Right now, I'm just tired from working. I'm also nervous, anxious about this new opportunity. I'm anxious about my two jobs, whether I'm doing a good enough, whether I'm performing well. I don't know. They say I am. They say it's natural to be for Starbucks. I apologize for being slow, and my manager said that it's okay. Slow is what's expected of you for the first days, for your first weeks. It's gonna take you some time to understand and to get accustomed to the routines of this particular job. And even as she was saying that, it's like I don't I still feel unwell. I don't believe you. You can just tell me that I'm doing poorly, and I'll accept it. But yeah, so there's that. But meanwhile, at the dollar store, I asked whether I'm performing well, and they said, yeah, well enough, good enough. They don't expect me to organize everything perfectly, given that we usually have limited time, and I'm usually multitasking with the cash register, so I can't really pay attention to the store shelves, for example. So it's okay. It's okay to just do what you can as best as you can, and hope for the best. That's what you can do. But even then, I still feel inadequate. That's still the feeling. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm a bit excited for this particular opportunity, but the thing is, I'm excited even though it's such an uncertain opportunity, and it's most likely not gonna go anywhere, just because of the fact that I'm juggling 2 part-time jobs right now. It's like I'm torn between staying my current route, my current path, or abandoning it all for this particular opportunity, because it's a really good opportunity. But I also understand that the current path that I'm already on is supposed to lead me to a much more stable life. Getting that diploma for nursing is supposed to lead to a stable life. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's it for now. I'll keep you guys posted with regards to this particular opportunity, whether I get it or not. Peace.